With that, I want to bring in Geraldo Rivera, now joining me on the phone to continue this conversation. Geraldo, this was something that had been swirling, to Kelly's point, maybe not necessarily surprising for people in, Democratic circles in Washington, D.C., but nonetheless, a statement posted on social media on a Sunday afternoon. What do you make of the timing of this?
Well, I can only tell you that I feel, and I think I'm reporting accurately for a pretty big circle of people, that there is tremendous relief. It's like your beloved relative has decided not to walk the tightrope. It is, donors are relieved. I think that they're energized as a result. There's been, nothing but praise for President Biden. We worried, or folks worried, let me put it that way more accurately, folks worried that he'd stick it out to the end and do something, embarrassing to him or the nation. It was very painful to watch him in recent weeks and months, as you know, Brooke. Since the debate, which was only not even a month ago, it was revealed how incapacitated frankly, he was, how fragile, how vulnerable, how distracted. So I am just worried that he was going to stick it out out of a combination of pride and hubris and, his fighting spirit, wanting to, go mano a mano with Donald Trump, who was so insulting to Joe Biden during Donald Trump's acceptance speech, very belittling of the current president. So I think that this is a wonderful opportunity for the Democrats to do the right thing, get a candidate out there who would be, a fair fight against Donald Trump. Joe Biden, I fear, would not have been a fair fight. So what's coming if the Democrats can get their act together? I'm old enough, though, Brooke, to go back to think about the LBJ situation, 1968. The anti-war demonstrators, LBJ, I forget how old he was. I know he was considerably younger than Joe Biden is 81, 82 today. But the LBJ situation, and ironically, the convention in Chicago that followed the chaos with Hubert Humphrey and all the rest following RFK's assassination. I think there's all the craziness, the parallels between 1968 and 2024 are frightening to me. But I think we can draw some lessons from the earlier experience that brought us Richard Nixon in the White House and a continuation of the war in Vietnam. I don't know who bears the Democratic mantle. I assume, and the president has endorsed his vice president, Kamala Harris. He did not endorse her in his initial post that said that he was going to step down, that he wasn't going to be a candidate.
Right.
But he has, with full-throated endorsement now. The question is whether the Democrats will fall in line behind him, bro.
And that is my next question, Geraldo, because, as you mentioned, President Biden at this point in a separate statement formally endorsed his vice president, Kamala Harris, to be the Democratic nominee in November. And we've also gotten in the last couple of minutes former President Bill Clinton, Secretary Clinton, also joining that call, endorsing Vice President Harris in November. So do the Democrats fall in line? Is Kamala Harris the next candidate?
I don't know. If you have 10 Democrats in a room, they say you have 10 candidates for president. So I have no idea whether they are going to fall in line. I think that what you will be hearing, and which will be indirectly helpful to Democrats, is extolling the virtue of Biden's administration, his relatively successful presidency, his helping pull America and by extension the world out of the pandemic crisis. The more Biden is praised, I think the more the Democrat, whoever he or she is, will be helped by him.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.